Welcome to the Adult Algorithm Podcast, the How to Adult podcast.
First of all, if you don't have a planner, get one. I don't know
This
how
ain't
you
high school.
I don't know how you survive.
There will be no sugarcoating whatsoever.
This is the hashtag No Sugarcoating podcast.
And I'm your host, Jasmine Johnson.
You're like the best influence and the worst influence all in one.
Are you ready to grow into your potential? What's up, everyone? Welcome back to the Adult Algorithm, the How to Adult podcast with your host, Jasmine Johnson. Hi, welcome to episode 24. I'm so excited, as usual, by the way, to get into today's episode, but I'm so sad because it is our last episode for our Money March topic. Enter crying noises here. Just kidding. But I'm really excited. I've learned so much this month, personally. And again, this is the whole point of the podcast, is so we can all grow together, right? And today is no exception to that. We are learning a little bit about something that I know a lot of people have been asking about, and that is stocks and investing. So I invite my friend Kevin on. He gives us basically the laydown of all the basics, and then at the end, I kind of talk a little bit about how I started investing like a tiny bit. That's why I couldn't, do this whole episode by myself, because I have no idea what I'm doing. We're all in this together, right? But I found some amazing TikToks. Oh, that's so lame to say, it's fine. I found some amazing TikToks that I definitely want to put in there. Of course, I'm going to credit them, and I want to talk about them afterwards. So it's going to be an amazing episode. So sit back, relax, grab a coffee. I have mine right here. Dunkin' should sponsor us, by the way. And I'm really excited. Of course, we also have our amazing small platform of the week, and this small platform is very special to me because I was recently on her platform, her YouTube channel, and I'm really excited to talk about a really inspiring young woman named Sabrina. Sabrina Rubenstein is a 17-year-old senior who attends Charahoe High School. While her goal is to study criminology and journalism in college, she has been working on her communication and research skills for years. She has written a musical for charity, made multiple documentaries in support of the Black Lives Matter movement, and even created a talk show called Newsroom 18 on her YouTube channel. This bi-weekly talk show has given Sabrina the opportunity to connect with people, activists, and businesses all around the United States. Each episode has a theme designed to be contemporary with any holiday or celebration that the episode may fall on. For example, in honor of Women's History Month, Sabrina designed her most recent episode around this theme. She's hoping to continue to create videos for her talk show and share her adventures with her subscribers as she travels to Europe in the fall. As I said before, this small platform of the week is very important to me because Sabrina invited me on to her Newsroom 18 talk show for the Women's History Month topic. So I was so excited. Thank you so much, Sabrina, for having me on. I had a blast, and I was definitely honored to be talking, next to those amazing, inspiring women. I watched the whole video and I was like, this is absolutely amazing. And as usual, please go check her out, and I will put all of her links down below. And with that being said, let's get right into the episode.
Hi, I'm Kevin Budzenski. I'm a junior marketing major at URI. I'm also kinesiology communications minor, and I'm in the honors program. I'm going to talk about stocks and investing today with Jasmine.
Yay. Thanks for coming on, Kevin. Again, could not thank you more enough. And a lot of people have been asking for this specific topic, so got the basic questions, got the questions on Instagram, and the first one, of course, has to be like, how did you start and how long have you been doing it for? Sorry about my dog in the background.
So I started investing about a year and a half ago. I started because just a coworker was asking me questions about it, and I kind of got interested. So I just bought stocks that I had interest in and stocks that I owned products of, just because that's the best way to kind of do it. Just stick to what you know and don't try to dive into anything you don't know.
Mm-hmm. Love that. So what do you use apps? Like what kind of apps do you use? And if you use one, what is it?
Yeah, so there's a ton of different apps you can use. There's Robinhood. I use TD Ameritrade, but there's a ton of different ones you can use if you don't like either of those.
Yeah. Do you like it so far? Like, is it difficult to use, or is it like pretty good one to start out with?
I think Robinhood is probably the easiest to set up, but
Mhm.
I think TD Ameritrade, in my opinion, is better just because it gives you like the percentages of what you earned for the day and in total, and it gives you the amount, like the total amount of money you've earned.
Mhm.
And yeah, that's about it.
Do you like look at it like often, or do you just, put your money in and then don't look at it for a long time?
So I wanted to just put my money in and just not look at it, but it's kind of hard. So I check it at least twice a day,
Yeah,
but once in the morning at like 11, and then probably when it closes at like 4.
love that. I use Robinhood and I just like hit it in like a folder that I just don't look at so I'm not tempted.
True. That's
So
good too.
if you're one or the other, but usually I will just be tempted to just look at it every day. So when is a good time to start investing?
Whenever you have spare money is the best time to start investing, really.
Yeah.
Because I mean, if you don't have any spare money, then I would not start invest, because you could potentially lose all your money in the stock market.
Right.
So if you don't have any spare money, then I would not start investing now. But whenever you can save up, and once you're able to lose that money without like going broke, then yes, I'd start investing as soon as you can.
If you're comfortable, what was that like number for you?
So where I should start investing, or
Yeah, like what did you put in at first?
at first I put in 500, and then I added another 500, and then added another 1,000. So
Onic.
yes.
If I invested that much, I'd be looking at it every day too. That's
Yeah.
great. What were like the first couple ones that you started with?
The first one I invested in was Under Armour. I still have that one. I think I've made 150% profit on it. So I've more than doubled my money with Under Armour. But I also bought, what was the other one? Right now I have Ford, and then some battery making company for wireless charging. And I can't remember which ones I started with though.
No, yeah, that's great. And like you said, like to start with what you know is like really important, to not like just buy any random one because that could get you in trouble, really.
Yeah, I'd only buy stock if you look into the company in depth first, or you know about the company and what their practices are, because it could all go downhill really fast if you don't know what you're getting into.
Right. So what happens when you want to sell your stock or your share?
When you want to sell your share, you can just, I mean, if you want to sell it, you can just go to the app and press sell and it's gone. But
like when do you like wait till it's where you got it originally, or
personally, I have like a set number in mind that I want to get to before I sell it, because I'm not going to sell. Like my attitude is I'm not selling anything at a loss, but sometimes you do have to take a loss. So it really depends on the situation. But if the company's trending upwards, then I would like have a set number in mind that I wanted to get to before I sold it, just in case like it like tanked.
yeah. How do you like minimize your risk specifically for like you personally when you invest?
Just diversify your profile a lot. Just have a bunch of different companies, but that's kind of hard when you don't have enough money too. But if you want like a consistent like kind of flow of money, then I would try to put as much money in as you can, and then just buy a couple different stocks. Don't just put all the money in on one, because you could, like I said, you could just lose all that money potentially.
Have you seen like some of your friends do that, like put it all in one and then they lose it?
Yeah, I mean, I think I've seen that before, but like it's just risky when you do that. Like for example, at GameStop, like if you put all your money in GameStop when it was trending that much, and then you all of a sudden it just went all the way down to like what, like $20 back again, then you'd lose
Right.
all your money.
Yeah. Speaking of that, I actually do have a question on that. Like, when that all happened, do you want to explain, one, what happened, and two, what your opinion on it is?
So what happened with GameStop was there's a Reddit post that went out, basically telling everyone to go buy GameStop. So everyone went out and, I mean, everyone saw the post and bought GameStop, and they're like, let's beat the investors. And so it just skyrocketed basically.
Mhm.
And there was a whole controversy on like Robinhood and stopping trading too. But I think that they just didn't have enough capital to keep up with the amount of trading going on. And that's what the
Oh.
controversy was. But some people thought it was because their investors had like shares in GameStop. They were like short selling their stock and basically betting that it would go down. But in reality, they just didn't have enough capital.
Gotcha. Okay. So that's a really important like point, because people obviously people don't know about stocks enough to like actually realize that. So that's really important. What is your like opinion on it? Did you think that was like a dumb idea, like right out the get-go?
GameStop or Robinhood?
GameStop.
Buying it? Well,
Yeah, like all those companies when they did that.
I thought it was a really bad idea out the gate, because GameStop is such like an old school company, like nobody buys discs anymore. Nobody goes to GameStop to buy a console. They all get it online.
sad.
They'll do digital copies.
Yeah.
So I just thought GameStop was a really bad investment. So I didn't put any money into it, but I just didn't realize the power of Reddit, basically, the power of people just willing stocks to go up. So
Right. Do you think that that'll happen again? Just more on the DL?
I bet it'll happen again. It happens all the time with just regular investors talking to each
Really?
other. Yeah. I mean, not legally, but
I know, I was about to say, is that legal?
yeah, but it happens all the time.
Interesting. Yeah, definitely probably not a good idea. What is your opinion on Bitcoin? And do you want to explain like what it is, and do you invest in it?
Bitcoin is an online currency, basically. But the price is like volatile, so you never know like how much it's worth. It depends on how many people have invested in it. So yeah, but personally, I didn't invest in Bitcoin, and I think it's a really volatile stock, so I just stayed away from it.
Mhm.
But for the people who initially invested in it, they made a pretty good return.
Yeah.
Personally, I don't think it's going to be the future of money, just because I just don't see how it could be backed by anything. I don't think people are going to change their entire view of money to incorporate Bitcoin into it, but I
Right.
think it could be part of our currency.
Yeah. So do you like have other people? You said your coworker kind of got you into stocks, right?
Yeah.
Do you know like either personally or anyone else that has like a crazy like stock story or like investment story?
One of my friends from high school actually invested in Bitcoin, and I think he made almost $20,000
Oh my God.
because he bought it at like 50 cents. So he made so much money from Bitcoin.
Wow, that's crazy. So it's like, even though it's like super risky and nobody knew what it was at the time that happened. That's crazy.
Right.
That blows my mind. What are kind of your like pieces of advice to people that want to start investing?
Just do it, really. If you have the money, I'd just do it. Just find a company that you like, research it, and just diversify your profile. Buy more than one company, more than one shares of a company, and see where it goes. But just make sure it's something you trust and something you'd want to be like, because the stock is part of ownership, so something you want to have ownership in, basically.
Mhm.
So there was one stock I had that I bought, it was a penny stock. I bought it at 17 cents. The ticker name is TSNP. So I bought it at 17 cents because my uncle was raving about it. So I bought it. And then it went up to, it was like fluctuating up and down for a while. And then it went to 30 cents. And I was like, okay, I'm just going to get out of this before I lose any money from it. So I got out of it gaining like $500 because I put $500 in it. So I doubled my money. But I just checked it a couple months ago and it was up to $7 a share. So I could have made
Oh my God.
about 15 grand, but I didn't.
Could have been like paying your student loans with that shit.
Yeah, true. If I had any.
Oh. Hey, you don't have any student loans?
No, I don't.
Iconic. Wait, that's great. That's so good. Because do you pay for it yourself or like scholarship?
Yeah. So I work at Dave's Marketplace part-time as I go to Europe. So
we love Dave's.
Right. So I just pay my tuition as it comes in, and I had some scholarships and stuff. So I just pay it as I go.
Kevin, what the heck? That's iconic.
Thanks.
That's great. So kind of like going off of stocks, but since it's still Money March, what is your like personal, your marketing, but you're still a business major. You're probably better in accounting than you were better in accounting than I was. Not probably. What is your like personal like budget currently?
My budget? So I just try to spend as little money as possible. I have like $100 on food for the week, and that's about it. And I mean, $100 for the week, basically, including like food, gas, and things. I don't use much gas now because I stay at home because of online classes. But yeah, and work is 2 minutes away from my house.
Right.
So basically, my budget is $100 a week, and the rest I just put into my bank account, and I don't even look at it. I just wait for it to go up, really.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much for answering my questions as usual. Cannot thank you enough. And thanks for teaching us some stuff.
Yeah, no worries. Thanks for having me on. Appreciate it.
I'm recording. Everyone needs to go to Rate My Professor right now and look up Kevin because this is bullshit. Whoever wrote these comments about Kevin, you're a URI 101 mentor. You're not even a professor.
I know. That's why I'm so surprised that I have one in the first place.
You have 3.
I know, 3 reviews.
One of them's 5. One of them's 5 out of 5, so that's good. But the other ones are out of pocket, out of hand. Somebody needs to come get their children. This is ridiculous. Oh my God. That's so sad.
I know. I didn't expect that.
Thank you so much, Kevin, for coming on once again. Thank you for teaching us the basics of stocks and investing, and it was absolutely amazing. And now I'm going to switch over my camera. Sound might sound a little different too because I'm going to switch over to my computer, and I'm going to use my phone to, one, talk about how I started as well, even though it is definitely not as much as Kevin did, but I do want to talk a little bit about how I started and show you some amazing TikToks and talk about those. All right, everyone, so I am now recording on my computer to talk a little bit about how I started investing. I personally have the app Robinhood, really great one, like Kevin said, to start with. I think he said he has TD Ameritrade, but I've also heard that one is amazing, and there's a lot of platforms to start. So, like he said again, just start. There's nothing, I was going to say there's nothing you can lose, but you can definitely lose your money. But if you like to take risks, if you want to try it out, just do it. So start with a small amount and then go from there. So how I've done it, I had no idea what I was doing, guys, by the way. My boyfriend started to do it. His family started to do it. So I was like, yeah, why not? So when you go through Robinhood, if you know someone, you get a free stock when you sign up. So my free stock was Ford. So I have 1 share of Ford. And then I have about 14 other ones that I've invested in, just very small amounts, like 1, 2, 3 shares of things, just so I can kind of feel it out for about I think I've had it for maybe a year at this point, but just to feel it out. So altogether, I've invested about $100. And so far, if I were to take out everything right now, I would get back 150. So I doubled what I put in. So I don't know. It's a good app to start on. I unlike Kevin, like I said, I just put it in a folder that I don't use often on my phone. So I don't look at it every day because that can drive you crazy sometimes. For me, honestly, I'm just going to keep putting more and more money in. That way in the long run, I can take it out eventually, but I think everything's doing pretty well that I invest in so far. I invest in literally like penny stocks. Like I have JetBlue, like I said, Ford, Snapchat, and then like other like little like cannabis and like technology companies. So it's pretty good. GoPro was a good one. Yeah, I don't know. It's cool because it has everything. Once you click on it, it can show like percentage change, your equity, today's return, total return. So in total, I think the one that I've gotten the most return from is Snapchat. Yeah. Because let's see what I originally got it at. Today's return. No, that's not it. See, guys, I don't know. We're all in this together. Nobody knows what they're doing. Actually, that's a lie, but some people know what they're doing. Let's pause it. Right now it says that Snap is at 49.55 and my total return on Snap in general is $37.36. Yeah, $37.36. So again, if you want to start small, just start small with 50, 100, and then go up from there. I probably will put more money into it soon. And just keep an eye keep an eye out on it. But now I'm going to put in some TikToks that you guys can probably learn from way better than me. And here we go.
What's a piece of information that you learned that feels illegal to know?
Probably if you're an American citizen, you actually have the right to look up and see which stocks rich people, CEOs, CFOs, people that are high up in companies are buying, and you're allowed to copy it. So I'm going to show you the website I use because I made 17% on a stock in just one day today. So, okay, so all you have to do is go to this website right here, Open Insider, click on this button that says charts, and it's going to show you. The blue right here is when rich people are buying a bunch of stocks, and the red is when they're selling it. So back when COVID hit, they started buying up a bunch of stocks, and then they all went up in value, and now they're selling them. So yeah, it seems like it would be illegal to view this, but it's not.
Guys, this one is so self-explanatory. Like I'm just gonna move on because that's the first video I saw when I was like going through, like somehow I got on Stock Talk a little bit ago, but this is always one that I've saved and it just blows my mind. Like why don't we learn this in school? Speaking of why don't we learn this in school, let's go to our next video.
What's one thing that just makes you extremely upset and you can't explain why?
The fact that we were never taught about stocks in school and that everyone just says that stocks is all about gambling. So let's start off by searching stock charts on Google. Once you're at stock charts, just put in whatever stock that you want to search. So for this example, I'm using Jumia. So the first thing that I look at is the RSI. Basically, a stock is a buy when your RSI is below this 30 right here. And you don't want to buy it when it goes above that 70. So if we're looking at this, it was definitely a buy in October. We can also look at the 50-day moving average and the 200-day moving average, which gives us a better idea of what price the stock is trading at. So RSI above 70, don't buy because it's going to dip. RSI below 30, buy because it'll definitely go up.
So it's cool. I do want to apologize that if you're listening to the audio version, you might not see some of the stuff on the screen, but I'm going to upload, when I upload this video promo, the TikToks with it. So that'll be really cool. So you can take a look at it. But I think this video is really important because this is something that not a lot of people know about. All these websites, right, that these people spend time searching for, and then they upload it on TikTok for us to use. It's so helpful, right? So please take advantage for some of these websites that some of these TikToks are naming, because one, they know what they're doing, right? That's why we're watching them and listening to them. Two, why not just look it up and see if you can play around with the website, see what you can do, and see if you're interested in it.
Hey John, what's the best stock to pick? All of them. No, like I want to start investing. Which stock should I pick? Oh, you're a beginner? Pick all of them. What do you mean pick all of them? I don't have the money to buy every single stock. Let's say you bought one share of VTI. Buying this one share is like owning 3,000 individual stocks. You'll own a tiny sliver of Apple, Microsoft, Amazon. If you bought one share of Tesla and they go bankrupt, you lose everything. If you bought one share of VTI and a company goes bankrupt, you still own 3,000 other companies that are making you money.
So this is one of the TikToks that you probably won't be able to see. If you're obviously listening to the audio version, please go check it out on the Instagram, like I said. But it is very, very helpful. Again, very self-explanatory. Like, go on the website, check it out, play around with numbers, and look up some stuff that you might want to invest in.
Let's use Tony Robbins' famous quote. And he said, if you're 18 years old and you invest $300 a month for 8 years, and then at 8 years, you no longer invest again, you'll be financially free by the time you retire. You have $1.8 million. People are like, what the heck are you talking about? Well, at 8 years, you would have invested $28,800. And if it was invested in the stock market, which has earned about 10% each year for the last 30 years, and because of compound interest at retirement age, which is mid 60s, you'd have $1.8 million. It's psycho.
This is the whole reason, right, that people talk about buying stocks and investing, for this exact reason, because things like this happen. If you do it right, if you keep up on it and you pay attention to what you're doing, this happens. And that's why so many people are adamant about doing it, right? So I think that video is very important. Again, I don't want to act like I know everything, but I do want to make some comments afterwards because, like I said in the beginning, I'm learning right along with you guys. So it's great.
Yeah, you didn't know? I'm part owner in Apple.
What?
Yeah, when you invest in companies with dividends, you actually become part owner.
Tell me more.
If you don't know which companies are actually giving out dividends, you can just search it up on the internet by typing this.
So how much money do I get?
Depending on how much you actually invest, you get a portion of the profits the company makes.
So it's like passive income?
Yes, investing in dividends is passive income.
Oh, I'm really liking this.
So like that video said, you get dividends sometimes, and I'm going to tell you a little bit about the dividends that I get through Robinhood. So basically, I invested in ABEV, which is basically... JK, we're going to delete that. So like she said, you get dividends on some stock that you invest in. And I'm going to tell you a little bit about the ones that I get. One of them is I invest in ABEV, which is the that's the ticker thing. But it basically like distributes like beer and like sodas and stuff like that. And I get like, the last one I got was 3 cents. So it's not a lot, but it's still a dividend, right? And I think in January I got like 14 cents or something like that. So that's, you just, like she said, you get a percentage back from their profits. And yeah, it's cool. Like, it's cool to see because I get the notification like once a month or like every quarter or whatever, like she said. And it's just cool to see, I guess. All right, everyone. Thank you so much for watching. I had an amazing time learning and teaching you guys about stocks and investing. And sadly, this closes out our Money March topic. But don't get sad yet, because next month is a new topic. I'm so excited. So I'm going to be asking on our Instagram soon for a new topic playlist for some questions, because our next topic is, drumroll please, career development, something that's really important for people, you know, coming out of high school or even coming out of college. It is something that everyone needs to know. Resume building, how to get a job, everything. Hopefully you guys will learn from that, but I hope everyone had a really good month with our Money March topic. Once again, I just want to shout out all of the episodes. We first talked about taxes in the first week. We talked about buying a home in the second. The third, we talked about financing a car and renting an apartment. In this episode, we talked about stocks and investing. So thank you, as usual, for listening to the Udall Algorithm Podcast. If you're new, hi, I hope you enjoyed the episode. Please let us know what you thought. DM us, give us a rating. Constructive criticism for the podcast is, you know, completely necessary. If you're not new, thank you for always listening and supporting us. It's very, very important, especially for my motivation to keep, you know, doing these. So it's great that I have some friends and family that still have been supporting me this entire time. And as usual, I will see you all next week to help you grow into your potential. This is Jasmine with the Udall Algorithm signing off. Bye.